Oh,
Zelda's enjoying her brat winter now.
indeed.
The winter of our discontent, as it used to be called in the old days.
So you gotta have your Dark World, your Silent Realms, etc. This is the one for this game.
Giratina had extra real estate to give away, and he was like, yeah, sure, whatever, you can have it. I mean, rawr.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to speak perfect, unbroken English there for a second.
Dude, anytime, I mean, Venusaur, like, that line is golden.
Jump! Oh, thank God we don't have to have a feather with us to begin with. Hello? Are you friendly?
It's docile.
Have a table. No, stay away! It's okay, I'm in cutscene time now. When people get pulled into rifts, they kind of petrify and can't move anymore. And if they stay that way, they'll eventually fade away. But that won't happen to you, Zelda. You're special for some reason. Ah.
We literally don't get an explanation for why she's apparently, like, hell death proof or something. I don't know, because that sounds horrifying.
Okay, let's go with something that can fly over pits here. Get they asses. Oh, Jesus.
Zubat fight.
Yeah, I haven't trained these guys. They're like level 5.
When the only Pokemon in your party with any sort of experience is just your starter, but everything else is, you know, it's free to work for fodder.
I feel like you're, targeting me with these statements here, Mexi.
Oh, not you. Just an entire gameplay fandom as well. Like, come on. You're not the only one who does that.
Go, my snake army!
You do want to keep in mind when enemies are flying and stuff like that. Some of the better echoes that we get later in the game are the better echoes because they are aerial and are able to either hit not just the flying enemies, but are also, if they're able to take out anything on the ground while still being aerial, it's just... It makes it easier when you get to parts where you have to limit how many monsters and echoes you're throwing at the other monsters.
Because Tri can only let you summon so many things, or echo so many things, so you kind of have to play a little bit strategically here.
Luckily, the game is doing the nice thing where it's teaching you about stuff by having most of your echoes only be one triangle. I don't think... Have we gotten a 2-triangle guy yet? I think the Ignis Zol is a 2-triangle.
We have 2, actually.
Oh, there we go. You're slowly learning the price and cost of things, and so eventually that's where you'll get incentivized to want to do some side quests to be able to just fill the screen with more echoes than you have business knowing what to do with.
That makes you really happy. You're right. 50 quid would make me very happy.
It already has.
Actually, yeah, good point. What a meta comment, Mexi.
It's that genie magic at work there.
Okay, so this is what happens if they touch you.
Yeah, you can avoid the combat if you don't let the initial blob capture you, but if it does, it doesn't do damage. You'll just instead spawn actual void enemies for you to take out. Void enemies don't leave echo shimmers, so it's only defeating one of the real type of an enemy that you do get a shimmer. So, because I believe you go after a void like Dark Nut beforehand, but you get nothing for it, just battered and bruised.
Alas. It's a little bit diorama-esque, this whole setup.
It's so cute though. It's also almost kind of Mario Galaxy, but I mean, anytime you have platforms not be, or you have it suspended with weird gravity, it's always going to be just like Mario Galaxy. Can't be helped.
It cannot.
It's like, wow, this shooting game's kind of like Doom. Yeah, that's what happens. It's sort of a Rosetta Stone, y'all.
Oh wow, first dungeon already?
We did it! Tutorial done. Cross it off. Time it.
You can tell it's been many, many years since Ocarina of Time, because in that game, you can get into the first dungeon within, like, 10 minutes.
And literally the only pre-dungeon shenanigans is getting your sword and shield. It is just item prep. The exposition is basically right before you walk into the door and right after you finish the dungeon, so... We're kind of going on back at how it's a perfect video game, but when it's a perfect video game.
That's a pretty big rock, huh?
That's a nice boulder.
Why does mine look like that? Ah!
The grill.
If you guide me with the rod, I can move things for you based on your movement. Try facing the boulder and then guide me by pressing X.
Wow.
We're bound together. Okay, now try moving. This is known as bind. You can also target... Ah, cool.
Wow, what an ultra handy ability.
Indeed. It makes me want to jump through the ceiling. With joy.
Rewind yourself there, Antum. Are you saying?
Sword. Sorry, I ran out of things to bring from the other games.
Well, the other one is it's fuse, isn't it? Yeah, I can't think of a fuse pun.
Ah, I see.
This puzzle in particular, I love. I love that we get this 2-for-1 puzzle essentially.
Alright, we bring it over the lip here. I'm doing this a little cack-handed, it's fun.
You know, with your little armadillo buddy hanging out back there, making sure that no one gets the jump on you.
Sorry, I meant to put him back in his Pokeball.
Recall.
Ah. Just like in my open world games.
Wow.
Radiant butter? Oh, you know that shit's full of fat.
So the recipe calls for 2 sticks, so I'm adding 4. Are you one of the people that your National Bake-Off show, does it stress you out, or is it a show that relaxes and chills you out?
I do actually watch Bake Off.
Okay. I don't myself either. I watched like a couple seasons back in the day, but I always saw it as more of a chill-out, comfy show, and apparently there's like a paradigm shift where Americans mostly see it as that, but the British mostly see it as a high-stakes, stressful show. I'm like, I could feel that. I see that.
Let's just ignore the fact that I completely blinded this ladder. I'm sure no one will, no one will see that.
You were holding space for my commentary on the Bake-Off, so I mean, thanks. Allyship?
I guess so. You got a spider. Kind of wish I didn't have a spider.
Well, too bad, Tom, because there are multiple very useful spider echoes in this game, so Zelda Spider Master, go.
They're just too short.
He took them both out in one strike. That was awesome for it.
Seriously, guys?
How come your spider isn't this cool?
Because I haven't used it yet, that's why. It needs to get levels, it needs experience.
Well, why aren't you using the default experience share? Oh, right, because then people get mad or something. Right.
Look, I want to enjoy my Pokemon games, okay? So if you can give me that as soon as possible, I'll be as happy as a clam.
Never! You'll never know joy playing a Pokemon as long as I'm around.
Well, too bad, because I enjoyed Scarlet and its associated DLC quite a bit.
Yay? Blast, my plan, foiled.
Didn't mean to jump into your fucking blog here, Tom. And there we go.
Hey, look at that.
And now, the beds.
Legend of IKEA, that shit, bitch.
I saw a funny joke on Twitter the other day. It said the president of IKEA is still installing his cabinet.
That's cute. I like a good IKEA trip, but then again, we have the one up in Denver. That one is insanely huge, so it's kind of it's got a whole ass food court. It's wild.
Throw the spear. Are the meatballs as good as advertised?
I mean, they're okay. I've also never had actual like Swedish meatballs, so like the only comparison I have to the IKEA meatballs is like home, like American people's made meatballs, and it was all right.
Fair enough.
It's kind of the only place I can run across lingonberry jam. I mean, everywhere else I can find raspberry galore, but you know, it's cool to get a nice little import like that.
Don't think I've ever had those types of berries before.
I mean, they're sweet, like it's a unique flavor, but I'm also a big fan of like different berry jams. I like raspberries, some strawberries, all those fun berries and creams. Hey, look at that.
Do like a good blueberry from time to time with some yogurt. So we got a bit of a heavy hitter now.
Now we got the Dark Nut, who, it's cool that we were taking him out as the first enemies of this game, but yeah, he's going to be our first kind of like heavy hitter. Really, the only negative to the Dark Nut is close range. He only hits really close range, and he does have to charge up his little axe spin, so sometimes you need to help him out a little bit with bind to either position him or grab the enemy and position them in a way to where he's most useful. But as a early game echo, he's one of the best. Just kind of gotta work with it.
I didn't even consider, like, binding the enemy. That opens up some possibilities.
It kind of feels like bullying sometimes, but you can't permanently bind enemies. It does wear off, but in certain situations where you just need to like have the enemy move like 3 inches that way, you remember that, oh wait, I'm not even the dark, I'm playing the other character, then like, yeah, 2v1 that shit.
Hell yeah. Nice. Pick on.
Why did that give me the second level of Sonic 1 vibes?
Hang on. Hang on. Calculated. Yeah, Marble Zone, baby.
There it is.
We are making steady progress here.
I do have to say, though, that this game has the best underground 2D Zelda sections, which have been in the series since the first game. So it's not a twist or like a weird trick, but, you know, some of the best of the 2D puzzles that we get are in here, because before it was really just kind of up to basically the Oracle games, mostly Oracle of Ages puzzles there, and then whatever we could fish out of A Link Between Worlds, which still can't believe that was like the last top, that and like Triforce Heroes, or yeah, like the fact that it was the 3DS was the last time we were playing top-down Zelda games is insane.
Jesus, what was that, 2013?
That's so long. Time consumes us all, Tom. Time consumes us all.
Oh god! Big on bat. Oh my god, this thing has movement.
The sick dodges. That bat is out there playing a Toho game against you.
Come on guys, you're embarrassing me here.
You are merely a Soulsborne boss to this bat, and this bat has gotten the good and knows all of your frame data. You are so fucked, Tom. So fucked.
Come on. You have an instrument to throw. Throw it. Oh my god. Thank you, Jesus.
That Keese will be back.
And thousands of times stronger. Yeah, there we go.
Alright, so the mirror match is pretty even in this matchup, guys. So what you want to do is practice your footsies and keep your spacing. And I don't know half the words I'm actually saying in this analysis.
Well, so far, I'm winning by battle of attrition, because this dude doesn't seem to care.
And of course, picking up that shmoney.
Oh, it's all clicking in my brain right now. We've been here before.
It's all coming together.
Oh. Huh? Is that the person who fought the blue monster? It's some kind of shadowy Link. Some kind of dark figure.
And here comes this is the first of a couple Link fights we're going to have in this game. But this one is super fun because this one, it's pretty early in the game, so this is really going to be the first, like, test of mettle of whether you really got a hold of how this combat's going to work out. Because really, nothing else in this dungeon is going to be as strong as really, even the final boss, or the boss of this dungeon is not as bad as this Link fight, but just got to watch out for the fact that he has a shield, and it does block the front, so distract, want to evade him. You know, the dodgeball rules.
Yeah, we did it.
Here we go. Time to bust out the second bag of snakes.
Oh god, that was just phase one. Oh, I'm fucked. He can just take them out in one hit, Mexi. Oh my goodness. Oh my damn.
Just throw it right at his head.
You see, I always forget the most valuable tool.
Zelda learned a valuable lesson that day. Don't put trust in echoes anymore. The only thing that can bring results are the things that you can crush with a rock with your own two hands.
I feel a bit shameful that it's taken me this long to realize the rock strategy. You taught it to me right at the beginning.
You know, it's just from all them years of playing way too much A Link to the Past, and then having someone blow my mind by being like, you know, the pots do as much damage as the Master Sword. I'm like, no, you are lying, and then my entire worldview was changed.
Oh god.
Look at that. Don't even need to make no monsters or nothing. All Zelda needed this entire time is just her trusty rock.
I will probably trim that down a little bit in post, just because a little bit of teething issues with fighting something with actual AI.
Zelda just needed to channel her inner Bart. Good old rock.
Oh, nothing beats that. He looked like the guy who helped you before, but this one wanted to hurt you. He was weird, like the imposters back at the castle. Ooh. Looks like he left something behind. You got a mysterious sword. It's the weapon the swordsman in the green tunic had. The name Link is engraved on it.
Like, did he engrave it there? Is it like, you know, the bottom of Woody's boot where it says Andy? Like, what does that mean?
Guess the Master Sword. I don't want to play with you anymore.
Oh, shit! I mean, which is true, because this isn't the Master Sword. I don't even think this is even remotely related. It's just happens to be a fancy, strong sword, like the train sword, like the Locomo blade.
We have become Link, and by proxy, we have finally become Zelda.
Now Zelda has pulled her devil trigger.
That's essentially what it is. You look strong, like that guy who wears green. Raise your sword with this to enter sword fire form. Once transformed, you can attack with Y. You can defend with your shield by holding ZL, and you can jump higher, and then you can do the charge attack.
The game gave you a taste of this at the beginning of the game, gave you a full powered up Link, and like, alright, this is the power you can have with Sword Fighter form, because we're not quite that strong either, even with being able to turn into this form, but I do like how the game kind of ties in the prologue into the Sword Fighter growth power-up that we get throughout the game.
Right, you go there. And I go around town. Oh wow, we're still in the dungeon. What is that?
We got some official, legitimate dungeons here. It's not just Divine Beast, or well, I guess the Tears of the Kingdom temples were legitimate as well too. I mean, hell, they were trying to sell us an $80 game on the fact that they were legitimate dungeons, but I mean, they were fine, I guess. I'm more of a fan of how the dungeons are handled in this game, but you know, that's my personal taste.
I'm sensing that you didn't really care for Tears of the Kingdom.
I mean, it's a Zelda game. It's fine. It took them so long to make it, and it ended up just being okay, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I just kept getting bored of the fact that every problem that I saw in the game, I kept solving it with a 15-foot ladder of planks, when in actuality I was supposed to solve it by building a giant laser death robot. And I was like, oh, well, obviously, right?
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it?
Then it just got really silly when every like hidden item was just amiibo gear. I think that was really where I kind of didn't want to explore anymore, because hell, that's why probably in this game why it's better that it has pieces of hearts, because at least there is a tangible, valuable thing to get by exploring every inch versus, oh boy, the Phantom Ganon pants I could have gotten with the Link amiibo. Fun times.
Yeah, that's understandable, mate. For me, I didn't have any of that amiibo stuff, so it was all new to me.
It was new to me too, but it was sort of the thing where it's like, I didn't care about those items because I didn't have those amiibos anyways, and so it's like, now I just have to not care about these items for a second whole game? That's where it tries my patience.
Yes, come with me. Ah, no, I need to push you over here, and then over there.
Gotta remember that bind plays with some height trickery. There are some later puzzles where you're gonna want to remember the fact that if you bind to something at a certain height, it will either keep it, or if you change your height, it's gonna adjust with you.
If only I had something that can throw spears.
Yeah. See, a solution to every problem that we have so far.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da.
I do like how Babas aren't really one of the first echoes that we get, just because of how immobile it is, where in Ocarina of Time it's one of the first things you see because, you know, it's easy to teach you how to do the 3D fighting. Versus in this, it's like, well, I mean, if you kinda need a monster-eating plant that doesn't move anywhere, this could be kinda helpful. Which, there's times and places for it, but I think it's super funny that if you can find the easy solution with just your keys, Rock, and Azul, like, have at it.
Ah, I see. Didn't see you there for a second, Zelda. Good stuff. Oh, the fairy! I think my bottle is full anyway.
Yeah, they're only really used as that auto life.
But... wow, if only above ground knew about these amazing technological advancements.
Like, you feel that they just use these things to get over the rifts and all that good stuff, but apparently it's a problem that's been going on for so long.
After binding yourself to something with X, try holding R. While holding R, your movements will follow what you're bound to.
Reverse bind, aka the shenanigans mechanic.
Yeah, look at us. Very cool. I'll stay there for a second.
Definitely, this is the mechanic that if the solution to the puzzle involves reverse bind and it's not in this little tutorial room, half the time it took me like 2-3 tries of other things to be like, oh, wait, duh, I can reverse bind.
Yeah, that's kind of a thing that gets me sometimes. You have so much to play with that the answer doesn't really seem obvious.
Oh yeah, no, there was legitimately one puzzle in this game that I eventually figured it out by mashing the shit out of the like swim button. That eventually I made it, and it's like there's no way that was the intended solution, so I just had to like look up the solution, and when I saw what it was and saw that it was reverse bind, if the bones in my hand could make contact with the surface of my skull, I still wouldn't be face palming hard enough.
There we go, just needed to readjust a little bit.
Yeah, some of them it's a little tricky just on getting specific spaces. It's not really till like halfway through the game that they get like particular about certain things like that on these puzzles, but even by then you have echoes that literally just allow you to fly over things or just skip shit, because fuck it, you're OP as fuck at the end of a Zelda game. This is your time to just have fun.
Indeedy so. Take me over there. Thank you. You got $20.
It's a decent tip right there. It's a gig and a half. And money's pretty useful in this game too. A lot of the fun mini games have a price tag on them, like 20 rupees to do a round or so. But I think really the piece of heart that we bought at the beginning is kind of the only big fancy purchase. I think other than that, money's mostly just for paying the fee for making smoothies and for playing mini games.
I see.
Oh boy, he's thinking with tables.
Oh god, so many tables. Okay. No, don't tell me.
You're so close. You're just doing things in a weird order.
Nope, not that. That's what I want. I know what it needs me to do, but I don't think I have the strength to do it. Okay, so what if, right, I make the tables back here. Are you kidding me?
There you go.
Let's just pretend I did that first try.
I'll give you that last one. The button was being pedantic there at the end to you, but hey, you pulled it out.
No, I want to be fully pressed in, or I'm not pressed at all.
Also, the glorious return of boss keys. Yay!
Indeedy so.
fun thing about the waypoints in dungeons, if you did just want to teleport just right up to the boss door, you there was an option to be able to do that.
Nice.
It's kind of weird though. There are waypoints in front of all the boss doors. There's not really anything like a Majora's Mask type dealio where you have to go back to refight any of these bosses. It's just there in case, you know, you gotta die and retreat.
Huh.
So I recommend just using your sword fighter form when, you know, when he's in taking damage mode.
You got it, mate. But we gotta get him to that state first.
Oh my god, it's
Trailer Man.
It's my favorite Nintendo employee. Head with 2 disembodied arm hands. I love that guy.
His name is Seismic Talus, okay? My friends, they're in that creature. We've got to get him out of there. Come on, we can do this.
So what we do is we wait for one of the ghosts. We grab the ghost and we spin the ghost around and hit him with the ghost. But don't get hit or else we can't get the thing. I don't know.
So what I'm hearing is snakes and lots of them.
Lots of snakes! Now the snakes are his problem.
Very good.
One of the nice things about the fact that the bosses do kind of follow the Zelda formula of having parts where you don't really want to be dealing damage into parts of the boss fight where you want to deal a whole bunch of damage is that you definitely want to try and save sword fighter mode for those moments where the boss is very clearly like in their weakened state, so that way you can just max out quick and easy damage. When you get later echoes, you can use that, but for here in the early game, really you just want to save the time for when you're able to just freely slash at your enemy for when they're, you know, when they're weakened.
I got you, mate. I understand the assignment.
He's getting it. He's getting full marks. So it is tempting to just go straight to sword fighter mode while he's still in like his full form here, because technically you can hit him, but it's not best.
Let's see. Flying could still work here.
You can do that, and then I think maybe you can even like latch on and bind to it when it's on his head, but flying enemies are going to be your best bet.
Oh, I see. No, not Batatron. He was my favorite.
Just an entire Soul Silver playthrough of 6 Zubats named Batatron.
There we go.
The bats even helped. That was so fun. Good boss fight.
Thank you, thank you. I don't think it makes up for the Dark Link fight, but whatever.
You know, well, that's what the power of editing is for.
Yes, yes. Like a god.
No, not like, don't get a god complex over this. That's not what I meant.
16 years too late, mate.
Oh,
We set them free. They're filled with energy and ready to get to work. So now we can finally fix the rift here. Using our echo ability, we can restore the entire area that was swallowed up by the rift. Watch this. Just as a sick flip.
all of a sudden 4 crystals show up and oh god, it's all connected.
Luma Lee, Luma Bob, welcome to the Luma Shop.
I'm more of a Malomart fan myself.
I see you like the personable touch.
You know, and when my Superstore comes with its own theme, music, and dance, I can't help myself. I'm compelled almost in a trance.
There you go. Can't forget the tree. Ah, you fool, that was me, said X-Def.
Like, that's the tree that has all the squirrels in this forest, actually.
My friends shared some of their power with me. Oh my god, I'm leveled up.
You know, we had to throw in RPG mechanics into this.
Now I can send out 2 roly-polies at the same time. Try again to that. Press Y. Idiot. Ah, the menus are mean in this game. Oh yeah, also, they told me something while we were fixing the rift. They said that big rock monster showed up and captured them. So then they weren't able to fix the rift because they were trapped inside the monster. Oh, and one other thing. There are crystals that show up when we fix rifts. They're neat, so I'll give them to you, Zelda. Interesting. Don't think you know, say it, Tom.
Tell you what, bubble it up, put it somewhere no one will know where it is, and tell absolutely no one you did it. Problem solved.
Then I'll get like racist allegations like you don't free black gems straight away.
Oh, that is an unfortunate turn of events? Sure.
God, Discord's gonna be fucking stupid sometimes. Sorry, I'm blogging again. I'll try to stop that.
The man's mad about his Rocks cartoon again.
I am. I'm perpetually mad. We can travel between the still world and your world here. Do you want to return to your world now? Yeah, because there's fuck all to do here, Troy. Although, throw up some drapes, maybe get some chaise longue in there. We could have ourselves a little girl castle.